Ni hao and welcome back to another video on the Mr. Coller Roaster YouTube channel.
We just arrived in Chengdu, China yesterday, and today we're going to Chengdu Sunac Land. We're staying in the city centre and it takes quite a while to get to the park.
It's about an hour on the metro and then we need a 30-minute taxi after that, so it's definitely not in the centre of the city. Our main reason for coming here was their Intamin launch coaster called All Speeds, which is a clone of Taron at Phantasialand.
This is our second Sunac Land park of the trip, so we're looking forward to going. And there's also two other little coasters here.
And if you're wondering why we're wearing these panda ears, we're in Chengdu, which is known as the Panda City in China, and they only cost about 20p. Let's see if this makes us stand out even more than we do at the moment.
We've just entered the park and we were really impressed that our tickets actually worked because we got them for £14 for the both of us. They're normally about £16 each, so we found this really good deal on trip.com and we were really sceptical that it would actually work, but we're in now.
Just like the other Sunac Land park we went to, it's very empty at the moment. We're about to go on our first ride on All Speeds. I rode Taron in 2023 and I had great fun on it, so I'm excited to see what this is like.
I've never been on Taron, so I can't wait to get on it, and it looks like we'll be on the next train. We've just come off two back row rides on All Speeds and it was great.
On our first ride there were only about 8 people on the train, so it felt quite slow, but it was still a really fun ride.
I hadn't been on Taron, so I couldn't wait to get on it, and it was really smooth and really fun.
I remember hearing about this when it was under construction and thinking it was strange for a ride like Taron to be cloned, because it's so specifically designed for that area, but it actually works really well here.
And there was quite a lot of near misses too. We even hit a few trees and branches and we had to pull our hands in to avoid some buildings.
We just went through this walkthrough over here called Interstellar. It was very strange, not much going on in there.
We've just found this flying theatre near the back of the park. There's lots of these at Chinese theme parks, so let's see how this one is.
Probably the best of the 3 flying theatres we've done here in China so far.
Yeah, it was really good, and although the screen was small, the quality was amazing, and my favourite scene was flying through the forest with all the animals.
And the pandas.
Yeah, they were so cute. Family Thriller was our very first mine train of the trip.
I'm not sure whether that one was built by Vekoma or if it was a Golden Horse knockoff, but it was quite fun.
Yeah, and the theming was great. It was cool going up the 2 lifts because you go through this big dinosaur's mouth.
This whole area is nicely themed, and there's also a dark ride over here which looks cool, so we're going to do that next.
好的，队长。
Nirvana Pilgrimage was really similar to Kong at Universal Studios Florida.
I've never done a ride like that before, and it was really cool because the whole carriage would shake.
Yeah, and the screens were great, and it actually felt like we were moving really fast, even though we weren't.
Should everyone like, comment and subscribe?
Yes!
We just did that frisbee ride while there was no one in the queue.
It was a weird Chinese knockoff. I think it was made by a company called Nanfang, which I really haven't heard of much about.
But it was actually quite intense and a decent long cycle.
We were the only people on the whole ride, which was crazy. And they did the whole 5-minute talk to us in Chinese, even though we knew not a single word of it. After searching for quite a while, we have finally found the final coaster here. It's a little worm coaster, so let's just get it for the cred. We've now got all 3 credits here, and the funny thing about that ride was we were warned about not going on the ride as the seats were way too hot apparently from the sun.
Yeah, we spoke to the operator using Google Translate and she said we could try out the seats. We didn't think they'd be that hot, but it was actually really hot.
Yeah, we could hardly fasten our seatbelt. It was boiling, and the whole ride it was pretty painful, but worth it for the cred. We've just come off Shoot the Chutes. It's one of the smallest ones we've done so far, and we didn't get that wet, but it's always good to do them.
We're in the station now for all speeds and there's no one in the queue. The exit to the ride is just over here, and then the entrance is right here, so it's very easy to ride it a few times in a row, unlike Dueling Dragons at Chengdu Sunac Land, which took ages to walk around the queue.
I really love all the twists and turns and going under and over all the different tracks. The ride is so long, and over here we've got a few of the stats. It actually says the ride is 160 seconds long, which is crazy for a ride like this, which doesn't even have a lift hill. It also has a top speed of 72 miles an hour, which makes it one of the fastest coasters we're going to do on this trip.
This is a civilized queue right here.
为普将大战200回合。
We're now going for our 10th ride on all speeds. It's even faster now, it's running really well.
Although the park closes at 9:30, this coaster actually closes at 8, so we've only got about 40 minutes left. Hopefully we'll be able to get some night rides on, because I've seen they have some amazing lights.
We've just come off the last of our 12 rides on all speeds. They did just turn the lights on, but unfortunately they weren't on for any of our rides.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but it's still great to see now. They look so cool, because the rainbow light follows the whole layout.
It definitely got better throughout the day, and I think it might be even more intense than Taron, although that might be due to the heat, because I rode Taron when the weather was a lot colder.
Every single ride we did was either in the front or back train, and we were on pretty much every single train for the last hour.
The coaster only opened in 2021, so it still feels pretty new round here.
Yeah, the majority of the layout is extremely smooth, except for the end where in the back you do feel a slight rattle, but it definitely doesn't take anything away from the experience. On both the two big coasters, we had the option to be filmed, which is quite cool. We just had to scan this WeChat QR code, and then we got all the videos and photos from our rides. We got the package, which was about £8, and that included 9 photographs and 3 on-ride videos, which is pretty good value.
Time for one more ride, the break dance. This looks cool in the dark.
We're now at the very top of the Ferris wheel, and we managed to get on just before it closed at 9.
You get some great views all across the park, and it looks really cool with the colourful lighting.
The park is now shut, and we did 23 rides in total, which is not bad considering the very slow operations.
And our tickets were only about £7 each, so it was actually great value.
It's probably going to be one of the best value parks of the trip.
All Speeds was a great standout ride, although there wasn't actually much else to do here.
Yeah, it's definitely worth coming to ride All Speeds, but if it didn't have that, it wouldn't really be worth coming, as it's quite out of the way from the Chengdu city centre.
We'll be doing one more park in the city, and that's Happy Valley Chengdu.
Thank you so much for watching.
Make sure to like,
Comment,
and subscribe.
hit that brake run.
再见!